What is good, everybody? AHS Rules back again with another video. We're here for another episode of Shooting the Breeze, episode number 16. This is potentially I'm not going to say the biggest episode, because you always aim for something bigger, but it's definitely at the top of big episodes because we have a double dosage of predictions in this video because I'll be providing my NFL Week 7 predictions along with my predictions for Impact Bound for Glory 2023. So, right off the top, I apologize because I said I was going to do some NBA content the past couple of days, and they've been delayed because I've been sick. So, I planned on doing them earlier in the week. I'm going to do them later in the week. Later in the week. So, the NBA videos will be out, though. But like I said, I've been sick. I feel better now, but, it is what it is. So, like I said, we're going to start off with the Impact Bound for Glory 2023 predictions. I watch Impact a lot. I can't say I watch it weekly because it is the same day as of ROH. And if you watch my channel, I review ROH every freaking week. So, with Impact, majority of the times I watch the show. I have it DVR'd. But anytime Chris Sabin wrestles, I watch it. Chris Sabin, definitely my favorite wrestler at Impact. One of my favorites of all time. So I always try check it out. And like I said, Impact just got a great roster right now. They got a lot of great things going. And I don't want to over-exaggerate, but I think it kind of is deserving and worth it. I think this is one of the biggest Bound for Glories of all time. Definitely in the last 10 years. Because before I was filming this, I was going through my thought process of the last 10 years. 2013, the main thing I remember is AJ and Bully Ray. And half the arena was empty, which I hated seeing that picture. But that definitely just sparks a reminder. 2014 was the one in Japan. 2015, something that needs to be looked back upon, because if I remember correctly, it ended in a screw finish with Matt Hardy winning the title. But at the time, they had already taped their TVs for the next 2 months. And they did just a bunch of random-ass matches because they were vacating the title and doing a world title series. So, in hindsight, a bit crazy. 2016, I don't really remember a lot of it. 2017, I remember watching that one. It was Eli Drake versus Johnny Impact. I was not that happy during the whole show, but that was the main event. And if you know me, like I said, I try to be a positive person. But Alberto El Patron, I do not like. And I have a history I will not detail here, but I just don't like Alberto El Patron. So him showing back up and ruining the main event pissed me off to a point where I didn't really even want to watch Impact. Also kind of crazy when you look at it. That's 2017. One of the biggest stars in wrestling now, LA Knight, was in the Impact Bound for Glory main event. 2018 was very similar to the year prior with Austin Aries, because Austin Aries versus Johnny Impact, and then Austin Aries lost, and he said, screw this thing, I'm going home. 2019, I don't remember a lot about. I remember there was a ladder match, and Ace Romero was a competitor in the ladder match, and he got pushed off the ladder to the outside, and then the ladder ended up in the damn crowd. 2020 was the pandemic one. 2021, a pretty big Bound for Glory because it was Josh Alexander versus Christian Cage, and Josh Alexander won, and then Moose cashed in his Call Your Shot gauntlet, and then Moose won the world title. It's that was a crazy event, turn of events in such a short amount of time. And then last year's Bound for Glory, I don't remember much. I remember it was Josh Alexander versus Eddie Edwards, I believe. But like I said, go through those 10 years. Looking at this card, I think match-wise has a chance to top it all immediately. So, like I said, enjoyed Impact. Also, shout out to them for 1,000 episodes. I said that whenever the 1,000 episodes happen, but it's just Impact's on a roll right now. And they got a busy ass week because they got the TV tapings. Then they got a UK tour the next freaking week. So, the people at Impact, hopefully y'all stay safe. Y'all got a crazy couple of days ahead of you. But, predictions time. I'm not going to provide my exact predictions for your Call Your Shot gauntlet because not everybody is listed. But if I was to make a bold prediction, I think a surprise appearance is going to win it, if I had to pick somebody. I'm also trying to look now because I didn't write them down, the announced people. But like I said, we got 7 other matches, 5 of which are for championships. I also clicked on this and it hasn't loaded. There we go. Jake something, Dirty Dango, Champagne Singh, Eric Young, Jordan Grace, Brian Myers, Shira, Keela King, Jody Threat, and Bully Ray, who I believe won it last year. I'm also going to look at last year's card while I'm thinking of it. It was Josh Alexander, Eddie Edwards. Oh, yeah. Kazarian beat Mike Bailey for the Impact title. That did. I like Mike Bailey. Anyways, I want to say a surprise person wins it. I know that if I won't give myself points for that, but it's just like, not everybody's announced. Now, probably the reason I keep calling this the biggest bout for glory of the last however many years, Will Ospreay, who's one of the biggest names in wrestling, is competing. He's going against Mike Bailey, a great competitor in Impact. I wanted to give him a nickname, but I didn't know which one to give him, so that's why I decided not to. But I think Will Ospreay is going to win. Like I said, he's one of the biggest names in wrestling, and I'll talk about the TV taping the next night. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Next, Monsters Ball, PCO versus Rhino versus Steve Macklin versus Moose. I think I'm going to pick Moose to win because he has a world title match. And the Feast are fired. Next, Knockouts Tag Team Title Match. MK Ultra, Killer Kelly, and Masha Slamovich versus Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz. It's a bit difficult, but I think we'll go with MK Ultra because they're an actual tag team and not randomly put together. And they actually have a tag team name. Next, tag team title match. The Rascals versus Ace and Bay. ABC's their tag name. Ace Austin and Chris Bay. I thought that their tag name was Ace and Bay, but it's ABC now. I think I'm going to stick with the Rascals. Like I said, they just recently won the titles. And that should be a good match. If they lost, I wouldn't be that upset. I say that a lot. Knockouts title match. Trinity versus Mickie James. Again, a main reason I keep saying Impact's on a roll, they had this big free agent signing of Trinity, and she is treated as a big time deal there. She is the Knockouts champion. She has a good reign so far. Mickie James, this is also a good story because Mickie James had to vacate the title earlier years, so she never really lost the title. I don't know if the stipulation still applies if the next match she loses, she's going to retire, because I feel they would be hammering that home if that was the case. But like I said, Trinity's reign just started. I would be surprised if she lost, but I'm sticking with Trinity winning. Now we get to the main two matches. My guys. First, for the X Division title, my predictions for match of the night. Chris Sabin versus Kenta. Kenta, New Japan talent, surprisingly on this card. Chris Sabin also just recently won the title at the Impact 1000 episode because he lost it at Slammiversary. And again, Impact doesn't really care. They'll give you these short-ass title reigns. Because I'm biased, I'm picking Chris Sabin. And then our main event, Alex Shelley, other tag partner to Chris Sabin, versus Josh Alexander. And again, this is another match in which Josh Alexander never lost the title. He had to vacate it. So he would also, it'd actually be crazy. He'd also be a 3-time champion because he won it in 2021, and then he had to vacate, or he lost. Then he had to vacate his last title run. But Alex Shelley has had a great run thus far. But also, it's just this is kind of a damper ending. But it's just I feel either both machine guns are going to lose or one machine gun is going to lose. And, I'm biased and already picked Chris Sabin. So I am going to stick with my guns, pun intended there. I'm going with Alex Shelley. Now, the main thing, I keep looking down at my phone that way because I forgot to pull it up, but I'm pulling it up now. Because the TV tapings the next night are at the same level of craziness, because we have Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay. And if Alexander wins the world title, the match will be for the world title. And I don't think that they would have this big time of a matchup and then it not be for because as I said, if Josh Alexander wins at Bound for Glory, then this match is for the world title. Then you got a big time match for TV. But I definitely don't see Will Ospreay losing because he's on too big of a role and is too big of a name, and he has his own championship. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards Alex Shelley retaining as well. We also have Alex Shelley versus Jonathan Gresham, which I just read. It's kind of weird because it's blue font on the background. But if Alex Shelley wins, this match will be for the world title. And I can see him retaining that because Jonathan Gresham's not even announced and doesn't even have a match on in the. He might be in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Hopefully he is. If he win it, then he'd like have 2 matches for the world title. You got a match with Trinity. Then a trios match: the Rascals versus Black Taurus, Laredo Kid, and Juventud Guerrera, and then Samurai del Sol is competing against Alan Angel. So, like I said, the TV tapes of the next night are the same level as crazy. Moral of the story is very hyped for Bound for Glory this weekend. There my other topic that I bring up on Shooting the Breeze. I'm looking forward to this card, and like I said, I don't think I'm over exaggerating. I think this is the biggest Bound for Glory in at least the last 10 years. And I know I'd be like going over the top if I said it of all time, but you could probably build up a debate for it. So, really looking forward to that show. But now it's time for a Week 7 NFL predictions. We got a lot of week in the NFL as well. We have at least 2 matchups like off the top of my head that are like great. But you can like, I'd have to look around. I'm trying to think. Let's go through the Week 6 predictions. I believe I went. I'm not even going to say I believe. I'm just going to go. Oh, freaking God, I forgot. All right. I went 9 for 15 because 2 teams were on a bye. So I got the Chiefs beating the Broncos right. I got the Ravens beating the Titans right. I will say this. This is very. It sucks. Long story short, I say this every week. I'm a Packers fan. So any team that beats the Packers during the season, I don't root for them. But I picked the Falcons because of this damn Desmond Ridder fact that he is undefeated at home in the NFL and in college. And the one week I picked the Falcons at home, they lose to the Commanders. And I always pick the damn Commanders too. So losing on that one sucks. I picked the Vikings beating the Bears. I picked the Bengals beating the Seahawks. Even though the Seahawks had a chance at close winning it, I also said it was probably going to be the best game out of the 12 o'clock games. I think the 49ers and Browns game was a better game, if I had to say so. Saints and Texans. I picked the Saints. The Texans won. I picked the 49ers. The Browns won. Props to them. You beat an undefeated team while you're a man down. I know the 49ers kind of were, but like no one was expecting that, so props to you. Colts and Jaguars. I picked the Jaguars to win. Panthers, Dolphins. I picked the Dolphins to win. Patriots and Raiders. I picked the Raiders to win. Lions and Buccaneers. I picked the Buccaneers because they were wearing the creamsicle. Did not freaking help them. Cardinals, Rams. I picked the Rams. Eagles, Jets. Again, same thing that I just said about the Browns. Jets beat the Eagles into their undefeated streak. Giants and Bills, the Bills won, and then the Cowboys at Chargers, the Chargers freaking lost. So, went 9 for 15, but now we're on to our Week 7 predictions. I don't know how many. All right, this is going to be me trying to do math off the top of my head. So, we have 6 teams on their bye. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13 games to talk about. So, the first one being the Thursday night game, Jaguars at Saints. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is playing. I believe that he is. Like I said, I'm very down on the Saints because I feel they should have won last week and they didn't. But they're also playing at home. So, I feel this is just because the Jaguars, I feel, are more banged up than the Saints are. I feel it's very 50-50 and the Saints have home court or home field. I always say home court because I talk a lot of basketball, but 50-50. I think I'm going to lean towards the Jaguars. Because like I said, I'm still very sour about the Saints losing last week. It also sucks because I feel with this being like the shortest week, this is a great chance of like sweeping and getting them all right. But if I was to get the first one wrong, I'd feel very stupid. Next, Falcons at Buccaneers. Same thing. Like I said, I'm very down on the Falcons right now. The Buccaneers kind of don't really even have a better case. But again, and they were at home last week, so I can't even say that like helps them. But Buccaneers, redemption week. If not, I'm not going to say I'm officially out on the Buccaneers, but, I don't think they'll be in, which I guess is also out. But anyways, Raiders at Bears. Again, I don't like rooting for the Raiders. I do like rooting for Devontae. He's my guy. I'm going to root for the Raiders. Also, I'm not going to root for the damn Bears. So I'm picking the Raiders. It's also kind of crazy that this might be a matchup of 2 backup quarterbacks. So we should see how that turns out. Next, Browns at Colts. Hopefully get well soon to Anthony Richardson. He had a great rookie season, but it sadly is, I believe it's officially ended, which sucks. The Browns, Deshaun Watson might be back. Don't know. I'm going to stick with the Browns. But if the Colts won, I wouldn't be that mad. It's kind of like a let's get this back on the road type of win. Let's get the crowd happy. So I'm going to stick with the Browns, though. Commanders at Giants. The Giants have just looked very depressing this season. The Commanders had a good victory last week. And like I said, I might be back on the Commanders. So I'm going to go with them. I've also picked all but one road team thus far. That's actually kind of crazy. Next, oh, Jesus Christ. I wrote in pen and I wrote the wrong team, but I feel that I could. Actually, I didn't, but my handwriting is very sloppy. I thought I wrote the Rams down, but I wrote the Ravens. Lions at Ravens. I like rooting for the Ravens because Lamar is my fantasy quarterback, and I actually like Lamar a lot. The Lions, I obviously don't like rooting for because I'm a Packers fan, and they're getting a lot of freaking hype this year because they're 5-1, and they are running the NFC North. But I also remember last year where the Vikings were in the NFC North, and we see the situation they're in. So it is very much up in hands. I will say that. But, I don't like that. But, we need to have this discussion next year. The Lions at Ravens. I don't like picking the Lions, but I think realistically with the Ravens coming back, they just played in the UK. They kind of they won, but it was based on a lot of field goals. It kind of looked a bit sloppy. Lions looked very good, and they're on the road. I'm going to go with the Lions. If I am wrong, I will take the L on that. I do not, I'm rooting for the Ravens, but I anticipate the Lions. Next, Bills at Patriots. The Patriots are having a depressing season as well. The Bills have had their up and downs, but I feel this week would be more so in the middle because, like I said, the Patriots have been struggling so much. It'd be difficult for the Bills to lose this. Cardinals at Seahawks. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. You get a bit of redemption for last week. Steelers at Rams. Shout out Cooper Kupp. I enjoy watching him play, and he's only been back for 2 weeks, and he's right back in form. Stick with the Rams. Good for them, because a lot of people are saying they're going to suck this year, and they're slow. They're staying afloat. They're actually a good team. Next, Chargers at Chiefs. This is one of those big-time matchups I was talking about. I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I don't really want to, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I'll say this. I think it was the week 2 prediction. It might have been week 3. I'll say it. The Chargers should be a great team, Super Bowl contenders, but it doesn't help they're A, in the same division as the Chiefs, and B, always have something screwing them up. I don't know when the hell it will be the Chargers' time, because again, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, they're going to be thankful for a while. Broncos, they don't really have to worry about. Raiders, probably don't have to worry about. You got one team you got to worry about, really. But hopefully the Chargers pick it up. And again, this is one of those cases of if the Chargers lose, or the Chargers win. If the Chargers lose, I'd be all right because I got the prediction right. But if the Chargers win, I would enjoy that. So we'll see what happens there. Now we get to my team. My team, Green Bay Packers. They were on their bye last week. It was definitely weird not having to watch my team play football and feel extra pissed about the shit that was going on. We're playing the Broncos, who I'm not going to say anything about. There's a bad habit on here where I say something and then it comes back to bite me in the ass. But the moral of the story is I am biased and I'm going to stick with the Packers. I would really hope that we win this game. I would really enjoy it if we won this game. I would hate it if we won this game. Let's just see what happens. I'm picking the Packers. Last but not least, or second to last one on Sunday, a big-ass game. Yeah, I used the ass word. Dolphins at Eagles. Eagles just lost. They are 5-1. The Dolphins, however, are 5-1. It should be very electrifying, fast-paced, crazy, balls to the walls. This will also be in the thumbnail of this video. I think I'm going to pick the Dolphins. I don't think I'm that damn crazy for picking that. I know the Eagles are at home. I think I'm going to pick the Dolphins. So, we'll see what happens, I probably should have picked the Eagles, but I already marked it, so it is what it is. Last but not least, 49ers at Vikings. 49ers, again, might be a bit banged up, but they got till Monday night to fully recover from it. I think I'm going to stick with the 49ers. I think they're going to be out for vengeance because of last week. We'll see what happens there. Also, I forgot to mention the teams that are on their bye are the Panthers, Bengals, Cowboys, Texans, Jets, and Tennessee Titans. So, like I said, this is the we got a big couple weeks coming up, but this is a very big week here because, like I said, we've got two. Let me see. I'm trying to I need to find. All right, Lions at Ravens should be the highlight of the 12 o'clock game. I'm trying to find a game to hype up of each hour Sunday, but Lions Ravens should be that game. If the Ravens don't experience jet lag, it definitely will be that. But I just feel that them playing in that UK game might slowly affect them. 3 o'clock games, like I said, it's definitely Chiefs and Chargers. They always put on a great battle in the division battle. There's always a great battle between those two teams. Dolphins and Eagles, like I said, you got 2 5-1 teams. They're very even as well, so that should be very good. Like I said, Saturday, hopefully we can enjoy Bound for Glory. This weekend as well will be so. I plan on having my 2023-24 NBA awards predictions out on Saturday, and then Sunday I plan on my standings predictions, and then because I plan on doing those Monday and Tuesday this week, but that's when I was sick, so you're getting all my videos in a row this week though. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note. All as always, ROH Review Friday. Is there anything else? Next week's the start of the NBA. I guess I should have said that. So that might be the topic for next week's Shooting the Breeze, the extra topic. Like I said, we got to load it. I don't watch baseball. But I've had all year, all season, I've had baseball on the TV on the MLB network. And so if there's an occasional highlight, I could see it and whatnot. But it's just I'm not a baseball junkie. Hockey is that same case now, where there's a lot of hockey on TV. So if I see that it's live, I put it on. But it's just this is that great time period where hockey's starting, NBA starting, NFL, a lot of crazy stuff's happening. And then the MLB are in their playoffs, college football, just great time of the year. Great time of the year. So hopefully we can stay safe, enjoy it all, enjoy what's coming up. So we'll see what happens when it happens. So thank you for watching this video again. Like and subscribe. My eye itches. I also don't know if y'all heard this. This is the last thing I'll say. I don't know if y'all heard my stomach growl in this video. But that was twice in the last week that's happened on video. So, I ain't in it out. So, hopefully you enjoyed that. Enjoy everything. See you when I see you. See you in the next video.